Sanke. For you, coffee.
I'm a living example of you can get punched in the face and get back up, because I'm the modern day Aztec warrior.
Yeah, welcome to MMA Underground. It's your host, Buddy B, and
Sam K, what up? We here, we live. Let's go.
all right, always a fun time. Way to see everyone in the building. But unfortunately, as you can see, we had a guest today, Sedriques. There was a couple things that came up, so he wasn't able to join us at the moment. So you might see him in the future, but as of right now, unfortunately, it's just gonna be us two handsome devils.
Hey, if we got any fighters in the live chat who want to hop on, I mean, we got the time and the space, the opportunity. Let us know. You never know if you can hop on later on, but if not, like I said, we got that spot.
Now, this dude, Sedriques, just for everyone who doesn't know, he's the most recent sign-on to the UFC from the Dana White Contender series. I think it was like 55. But, I mean, the man, as a pro record, is undefeated. And in amateurs, he has one single loss out of his fights. So, I mean, the man's just a straight beast with over half of his wins going via submission or knockout. So, I mean, it's absolutely insane.
Yeah, man. I wasn't aware of this guy until we announced that he was going to be on the show. So I went and did some research. And this man is very fluid, hands, feet. I saw this man wrestling very well as well. Somebody to look out for sure.
I think he was saying how in the most recent one he had, first round, 45 seconds in, they're doing their thing, and he's trying to get a Darce choke on him, and it kind of just his arms there, he switches around, he's like, okay, well, standing guillotine. And I think he says he also, looks at John Jones a lot for, seeing that. And so he switches it up, gets it, just wiggles it a little tighter, so his opponent taps. And apparently his opponent, sponsored by betting. His opponent, ended up having 60 of something other fights before that. And so he was like, oh, shit, okay. And he's also proof that you can really work hard and do what you need to do, because he was busting his ass, putting the time in. And, I mean, he even said about 5 years ago when he started getting into fighting, he was pushing 250-something pounds, and now he fights at 185 and he's in the UFC. So, I mean, you really can do what you want.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy you say that, because looking at him, you wouldn't have never guessed that, bro. He's very slim, trim, very lean. One thing I liked about him is myself. I'm a tall, lanky guy. So to see another tall, lengthy guy utilize his hands and his feet as fluid as he did, it's for me, in my type of body frame, you know what I'm saying? It gives me a blueprint. It gives me someone I can somewhat model myself after, Yeah.
Now, I got some fun news for everybody. This month of November, I got my first title defense. Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
So I'm not gonna lie.
How's that going?
Cardio's been slacking a little bit, but I've been revving it up now. I got 3 more weeks to get it back to where it needs to be. I was hit with a lot of things this past week, both company-wise, and I ended up having to paint a house in less than a week, an entire interior. So I was like, well, everything's getting put on hold. But then as soon as this happened, I blocked the rest of the month out. I'm like, yep, we're getting shit done. I'm not gonna lose. I want to make sure I keep that belt. I'm excited, especially because the guy I'm fighting fought for the belt once before and he lost too. So I know he's coming back for vengeance, and I'm not going to allow that to happen. We boxed, and it's funny enough is when we did box, he took the win. They went to the judges, and afterwards, I actually went up to the judges and asked them what was it that gave him the win over me. They're like, oh, it was the knockdown. Well, I slipped. I knocked him down. They said he slipped, but it was one of the angles that they saw it. Watching back the video, I still feel the same way I do, kind of frustrated. What was more frustrating is that he was leaking blood. I mean, my face was pretty decent. He had blood dripping from his nose. People were making jokes saying he's tampon. My gloves to this day are stained with his blood all over, and I lost the match. But hey, it is what it is. It's not the first loss that was kind of like, man.
Hey, the proof is in the pudding, man. The proof is in the pudding. That's visible damage, and it sounds like a missed call based off perception, which it happens. It happens.
And we're fighting MMA for the belt. When we fought originally, we did a boxing match, and neither of us are boxers. So I really think that us being able to utilize both our tools, we're really going to see who's going to come out on top.
I like to hear that. How long ago was that boxing match between y'all?
Easily over a year ago. That was my my second match. I had my first match MMA with Gumby, second match Isaiah boxing, and I lost that. Then I went and had a boxing match with Laminite, lost that, and that's why I was like, boxing is not my thing, more MMA only, and came back. Had a more kickboxing match with Gash, won that. Fought Jay Lou same day, MMA first round. Within the first 20-something seconds, hit him, done. I got 2 matches, 2 wins in one day. So,
damn, I remember that Gash fight, but I didn't know that you took a second fight that day. That's crazy.
Yeah, because Jay Lou wanted to fight, and my foot was kind of swollen, and I was like, "Fuck, he wants to do MMA," and he's like, "I'm a wrestler, you wrestle, so let's have fun with it." I was like, "All right, cool, let's go." And ended up being the last match of the day, so I fought Gash earlier, and that way I could have the whole day to rest. He was cool with it, and comments got a little rough because I was a little loud in my intros like I am, and he was his whole speech of "We're gonna rock him, we're gonna roll him, what are you gonna do when Jay Lou comes for you?" and all this stuff. And as soon as we come out, a little bit going off, I tap him 1-2, we square away, and I just hit him with this hard left, and you could hear the oomph as soon as I hit him. And then I go and I cock back and I take 1 step forward. He goes, "Timeout," falls to the ground. And they're like, "Well, there's no timeouts." He's like, "No, I'm done." I was like, "Yeah." So, yeah, the left, man, southpaw, that left, when it connects, woo!
I got to go look that fight up, man. That sounds like a banger.
Heck yeah. You're Orthodox, right?
I do either or, Orthodox, I would say I have more balance when I'm Orthodox, but I definitely do what I feel, in the moment, so it may be southpaw starting, maybe Orthodox ending, maybe switched up all throughout, you just never know, depending on how I'm feeling and what's going on with the opponent.
Absolutely. And I almost forgot, since it was late, trick or treat to everybody. In the comments, you want to grab some candy, go ahead, help yourself.
Yeah.
But all right, so we talked about our guests, we talked about some stuff. I have some cool news. Is there anything on your mind that you want to talk about at the moment?
Nah, man. I saw a comment underneath there saying we got KT coming on in a little bit. So that'll be a good little conversation right there. But yeah, if you got some announcements, let's go ahead and knock it out.
Ooh, all right. Well, you're about to see, like, Zoel is on the up and coming once again. I got a couple more places I'm out to actually have some pop-up events at for this December. So get your merchandise while you can. I uploaded my sweatsuits. I already sold out of my mediums. Actually, I'm already sold out of my largest too. My smalls are coming. All at the moment, all I have are XL sweatsuits. And I was like, damn, I did not expect to sell out. I'm excited. Make sure you get your Yankee and the Brit t-shirts because Christmas is coming around, and probably keep an eye out for the last 2 weeks in November. I'm gonna put a sale. So if you watch this show, that's the best time to buy the merchandise. You'll get a little extra off. And I'm gonna feel generous, so you might find 1 or 2 extra things in there that you didn't purchase. You never know. That's why it's always cool to support local. So other than that, I'm just excited. Having a good time.
Hey, hold on. You gotta let the people know, where can they get this merchandise?
Yes. www.zuel-world.com. From there, you can find social media and all sorts of other fun stuff. And yes, we do shout outs at the end, but why not? Look at right here at the bottom. Bam! You can find it right there.
Y'all check out the website. Plenty of great merchandise.
Now, I think that since we got a little time, we might switch things around and maybe do the Buddy Beast Fighters to Watch or Some K Fire 5.
Shit, let's get it.
So, for my fighters to watch.
Buddy V's Fighters to Watch.
I was waiting for it. All right. I know we hit you with the curveball, Jay. Sorry. So, for the very first one, I'll start off hometown. Give me my hometown. From the scrapyard, we have El Gallo. Now, I love the way he fights. He comes out. He's very dominant as a fighter. And I found out he really started taking it seriously not too crazy long ago. Oh, what? Wait a minute. Oh,
wait. That's West Coast El Gallo.
Oh, hey, it's okay. It's okay.
No,
I like that
we
too.
talking about Scrapyard, okay?
No, but that's perfect because for the West Coast, I actually have WA, known as Wade. Now, I have not mentioned him. I don't know how I haven't mentioned him yet. This man is a straight beast.
Hey,
yeah, what? Oh, no, he's a definition of age is just a number. He comes out, he kicks ass, doesn't matter anyone's age. I've heard from everybody he trains with, everybody he spars hard, trains hard, he hits hard, but he's an all-around nice guy too. So he's someone I'd like to have on my team. I'm glad I know him. Yeah.
Yeah, I can vouch for that 100%, bro. I've trained with Wade a couple times. He's top of his class. You know, he's a monster, bro. I mean, and like you just said, he's a nice guy as well. He's gonna stand with you and beat the shit out of you, and he's gonna compliment you as he's doing it. He's gonna tell you how you're doing a great job as he's whooping your ass. He's a great guy. Great guy.
Hell yeah. And last, we have from the OG Yard. Now, I believe I have brought him up once before, many, many shows ago. Actually, yeah. But for this one, I have Manu. He just defeated, I didn't want to give away, but I'm sure you've seen it by now. He just defeated Beach. That fight was a straight banger. If you have not seen it, I recommend you go watch it. I mean, but I'm sure you already have. He was overpowered. And the thing that really brought to me about this win was the fact that I was very curious because I remember when he was calling out Beach before in a fight, when the guy was on his back, the guy stopped. He looks and says, keep fighting. He says, I want you, and proceeds to get choked out. And here he is now coming back. He took the belt. I think he was the 145 belt for the 155 belt. So he's now the double champ. I mean, Beach is no one just he's not just someone to play around with. He is a staple in Street Beast, a household name. You talk about Street Beast, you talk Reckless Rico, you take Memnon Warrior, you talk Baby Hulk, then you talk Beach. I mean, he's just one of those names. I mean, do you want anything you want to add about that, Samke?
That man's an OG legend, man. You know, Manu is he's an up and coming legend, you know, and that young dude, he's truly great. You know what I'm saying? He went against one of the best, referring to Beach. Beach, I want to say, had like a good 15 pounds on Manu. And Manu, he went in there and he handled his business. You know, that was a great pick, bro. Great pick.
Yeah. And those are my three that I have. And yeah, I was very impressed with all three.
Two legends.
All right. Now you know what time it is.
I think it is about that time, man. Let's get it.
It doesn't matter where you are in life. You gotta know your worth before you.
Yeah. Back, man. It's Samke and the Fire 5. Let's go ahead and start it off. We're gonna go straight to the OG Yard. Classic fight right here. Fire fight right here. Lil Cray Cray versus Money Mel. This is one of Money Mel's first fights, so you get to see a up and coming young Money Mel. And even at this point, you can see that this kid right here, he's destined for greatness. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got a little cray cray coming in and basically working like a technician. You know, the volume is there, the combinations are there. You know, but in Money Mel, you see the heart and the willingness to stay in the heat of the battle. You see it early on. And for anybody who's followed Money Mel to this day, the kid is practically a prodigy. You know what I'm saying? Actually, you could say that about Lil Cray Cray as well. You know, firefight. Check that out. That Street Beast OG Yard, Lil Cray Cray versus Money Mel. We're going to move on to the second firefight. We're going to move to the West Coast branch. This is going to be Matt the Maniac versus Smokey. This is a fire fight. The definition. These two dudes, you know, they might be a little bit lighter when it comes to the weight, but when I say these guys went out there and they banged like heavyweights, these dudes went out there and they banged like they were heavyweights. It was a war from start to finish. You saw resilience, you saw grit, and both men throwing bombs. Check that out. Street Beast West Coast, Matt the Maniac versus Smokey. Firefight. All right. We're going to move on to the third firefight, and that's going to take us over to Street Beef's Scrapyard. This right here was a true banger. All right. Both of these men I'm a fan of. The African and Crazy Legs. Kickboxing match. Check out the thumbnail right there. Look at that. That's beautiful right there. Two fan favorites. Two men both with skill. Two men both with power. Just a great kickboxing match overall. Competitive. Everything you want to see. We even got some dick kicks. You know, you can't go wrong with that. Street Beast Scrapyard, the African versus Crazy Legs. Firefight. Check that out. All right, we're going to move on to the fourth firefight. We're going to bring it right on back to Street Beast West Coast. Legion, aka Soldier of God, versus Sad Lee. This was a fire fight. Anyone who saw it live, they got a treat. Fun fact, I think I caught like maybe the last round of this fight. And when KT comes on, he could tell you about it, because me and KT are actually in the background sparring each other as this fight is going on. And once we wrap up, you know, we go catch this shit, and man, this shit was a banger, you know. Firefight. Two warriors, they gave it their all, round after round, through the exhaustion, fire combinations. And one thing we saw throughout this fight was back and forth momentum. You know what I'm saying? And that's something you want to see in a firefight, is that back and forth, that tug of war. Street Beast West Coast, Legion versus Sad Lee. Firefight. We're going to move on, and we're going to bring it all the way back to Street Beef's OG Yard. This right here is one of the best fights in Street Beef's history. Point blank, period. Blackie Chan versus Mayhem. One of the greatest fights in Street Beef's history out of all branches, period. Blackie Chan versus Mayhem. I had to say that again. Blackie Chan versus Mayhem. This fight had me on the edge of my seat. I've seen it many times, and every single time, I swear I black out like I never saw it before. I'm on the edge of my seat every fucking time. This is one of the best fights in Street Beef's history. You see the thumbnail, right? This is a must-see fight. And if you've never seen it, the outcome is surprising. I'll say that. That Street Beef's OG Yard, Blackie Chan versus Mayhem. Firefight. Sam K and the Fire 5. What you thought, buddy?
All right, hell yeah, damn, I like those a lot. And Ben, Blackie Chan is definitely a fan favorite, my favorite too. I like that. Him versus Mayhem. I'm about to watch that one again after the podcast.
Bro, just thinking about the fight, I'm sweating bullets right now. No lie, no lie. Just thinking about that fight.
Damn, yeah, that's one. Woo! See, every time you guys know you're gonna get quality content. And you know, it's all these are good choices that you can rewatch, go back if you already seen them. If you haven't, you can show a friend. I mean, I like it.
Absolutely. You know, I pick these fights whether I've seen them or not. I pick these fights, and one thing that stands out is the replay value. You know what I'm saying? Would I want to rewatch this? Is it worth rewatching? You know, what took place within this fight? And you know, every single fight, bro, it has replay value. Every single one. You know, you can go back and rewatch and find something new. And you know, that's the whole point of it being fire.
Hell yeah, it's like a little Easter egg. Like, I didn't see that little twist that he did. Dang,
Yeah.
I knew he chambered that kick before he threw. No, damn.
And then it gives us an opportunity to go back and check out those jewels. You know what I'm saying? That maybe we forgot about. You know, because there's so much content from every single branch coming out every single week. You know, that sometimes, you know, you forget about certain moments. You know, and the beauty of it is, you know, we got these reminders, you know, and we can always pull out these jewels. And fucking KT.
That spotty Wi-Fi.
Uh-oh. Let's see. Is he here?
Oh, look,
Oh,
Smooth. What's up?
He's here. We got the message that your Wi-Fi went out or your connection went out.
Oh no, I switched from my phone to my computer. I couldn't hear y'all on my phone. So I was like, fuck it.
Nice. But yeah, man, you know, that's the beauty of it. We get to go back and look at these firefights, and you know, one of the beautiful benefits of that is, you know, much like this fighter right here, Prince KT, you know, we can go back and look at all of his fights, and you know, we get to see the growth between every fighter. You know, these reoccurring fighters who've managed to spend so much time, months, you know, some of these guys years, you know, with the organization. You get to see that growth.
My bad, I was just smoking. That's the good thing about Street Beats West Coast, especially, is that it's not necessarily amateur level and it's not pro level. So it's right there to where you're seeing guys from their starting point to their growing point to amateur to even where they feel comfortable, even probably taking a program, which is great about Street Beats West Coast. Everybody loves it.
Absolutely.
Is it just me? I hear you sound a little quiet to me.
Oh,
A little higher on the volume, just a little bit.
Oh shit. Hold on 1 second.
I like the headset though. The lights are cool as shit. Hell yeah.
I had it on backwards.
There we go.
Is that better? Is that better? You hear me now?
Yeah. You're smoking. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Like I was saying though, no, it's one of the great things about Street Beats West Coast is to see the growth between these fighters because they're not necessarily amateur, they're not necessarily pro, they're right there in between to where you're seeing them grow to their full potential. And I took the full opportunity in that, and knowing where I was when I came in and what I was gonna do every time I fought, which is a great opportunity for people.
Yeah. I like your fights. I actually wanted, like, I was so mad when I finally was remembering to check out the Markout podcast. It wasn't out at the time. I was like, shit. And then I was like, oh man, he'd be an awesome fight. I want to go spar or do something. And then I knew you were doing some wrestling and stuff. And I never just like met half. I've heard about you. I've talked about you. I watched your fights. And I'm like, I finally get to meet you.
Yeah, I'm doing everything, man. I'm wrestling now. I'm MMA training, and I'm getting ready to box Money Mel in March. So I'm ready to go. I'm firing on all cylinders on that right now.
Money Mel.
Yeah,
Money Mel just made the Fire 5 list, you know, and You know, I could talk many a paragraphs about that man, but
So could I. He's a great man. I mean, a great boxer.
From you. We want to hear from you
I mean,
because you know what you got to go up against, and you're a smart and skilled individual. So I want to know, how do
you
we
got to go
approach
back through
that?
KT's history. Every time KT picked a fight of his own, he picked somebody that was better than the last guy. I went from Battleborn to Diesel to Little Mac. Little Mac's hiding somewhere. I got the Money Mel card. I was like, yeah, that's a fucking boxer. Let's go. I want to be
Yep.
bloody. You know, I want to be bloody. I want my face red. I thought Diesel was going to do it. He got me pretty good with some good shots, but I wasn't bloody yet. I need a fast-paced boxing match, and that's Money Mel.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Money Mel.
Yeah,
I think
that's
he
what
resembles my sparring partner a lot, where I could get him. I could get him.
I like when we were talking about when he fought Lil Cray Cray, and have you heard of Dean the Great too?
Yeah. I've heard of
I
all
think
of
he's
them.
one of.
See, these are all
Yeah.
guys I was watching while I was watching. I mean, Street Beast was the first thing I ever watched YouTube fighting wise, but these guys, I saw them coming up, and I thought they were all going to make their waves, and they're doing it all on their YouTube star cards and everything. I'm like, cool. I can make this connection here. Maybe one day I'm boxing Lil Cray Cray, boxing Dean the Great. Fuck it. But you know me. I'm Prince KT. I come for the show. And if I lose, fuck it. You know I'm about to be having highlights. I don't go in there and not scrap. So it's gonna be a fight. Either way.
Oh yeah.
it's gonna be a banger. It's certified. It's gonna be a certified banger.
And I got
You
a lot of new tools in the shed. You know,
say that again.
Said I got a lot of new tools in the shed, so it's gonna be a nice one.
Of course, and still plenty of time too.
Oh yeah, and no, this man's a great boxer though. So it's either gonna be a great fight or a great fight. I mean, you know, there ain't no options here. There's no options here.
Now I was curious. Have you been able to have a wrestling match yet? Woo!
Oh no, man! I haven't even learned how to fucking fall. I want to fall high. You know, I want to be a high flyer. I want to break myself for some reason. I need to learn how to fall the right way. Nah,
About to be
even had
perfect.
a wrestling match. But I got the whole gimmick. I got everything under wraps. I just need to learn how to wrestle, which is why like people like Logan Paul and them doing it in their 3 matches. That shit's impressive to me because that shit's hard. It's not easy to do. That takes a gas tank. Other than, you know, fighting takes a gas tank, but wrestling like you're fighting for your life, yeah, that takes a gas tank.
That was crazy because I know I was a part of a sponsor of this SOS professional wrestling thing for a while. And I told them, I was like, man, I can't do that shit you guys do. And they're like, you fight. We couldn't do what you do. Like, no. You guys willingly get hurt. I can try to avoid a punch or a kick. You're like, all right, I'm going off the thing. All right.
What it is, it's counterintuitive. It's counterintuitive for sure. It's like I'm gonna fall on my back. I'm gonna let this guy slap me in the chest, punch me in the face. You know, hell, sometimes if I want a good bump, I know I can let somebody hit me though. That's my advantage. I'm like, I can take one. I'm good. You know. So other people, there's some people that don't know shit.
Hey, look, next year, next Halloween, we need Prince KT versus Mustache.
I've been calling. No, you don't even want, bro. I've been calling for this match since 2 years ago. Mustache needs to see me in the cage, steel cage match, first one to escape. I'm telling him he can use all his wrestling moves. I'll use all my wrestling moves. I'm gonna escape first. I've been calling for it.
Where's my wallet?
I need it.
I've been calling for that match. And then
look, have Shinigami rep that shit. You heard? Have Shinigami rep that shit. That shit would be dope.
I was like, was it Logan Paul that just tore something? Like he was in a recent like wrestling match or whatever, and he just tore something in his foot?
Yeah. But Logan Paul was doing crazy shit. He was looking Shawn Michaels like he was he was doing it. He wasn't just like celebrity wrestling. He was WWE champion looking wrestling. Like he was good.
I'm proud.
If you see the picture, he's like 20 feet in the air and Roman Reigns and Superman. This man was leaping off of shit, like just jumping like a King Kong. Yeah, I gotta get to Marked Out Podcast and talk about all that.
Hell yeah. Shoot. Oh, I was just about to ask a question. I forgot. Damn it. Doo-doo-doo. Marijuana affects the memory. Oh, bare knuckle boxing. Do you watch any of that by chance or no?
Yeah, I think I would do well in it. I think I would fuck people up in bare knuckle boxing because I'm fast as fuck. But at the same time, that shit is dangerous, yo. I mean, we just had a guy get slept with gloves on and fucking go into a coma. That shit is dangerous.
Yeah. And those are the type of injuries in that game right there. Those are different type of injuries. It ain't the same. It ain't the same, bro.
The ringside nurse, the lady, she said just like the sound of bone on bone. She's like, there's nothing like it.
That shit is brutal, yo. I have never seen a match where somebody's face doesn't look different. It's not for me.
You're almost guaranteed to get cuts, hematomas. You know what I mean? You're almost guaranteed that shit if you're gonna be successful.
Oh yeah. I mean, I figure bare knuckle I'll do now is like if I'm with my kids and some dude's talking out of pocket, says something about them, I'll be like, all right, tell my girl, get the kids.
That's where we can go bare knuckle right there. But like you're gonna put I think the raps, the way they rap them in itself is just like it's gonna cut you. It's gonna cut you.
Yeah,
it's like wrapped already. Like
it's not for me. I can't get hit with a bare knuckle and be professional fighting. Like I'm gonna end up scrapping somebody. I mean, that's what they want. So yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. I gotta look somewhat pretty, bro. I got these videos and commentating. Yeah, I gotta look somewhat pretty.
Yeah, I look on both sides. Damn, black eyed
a whole music career to go do.
Yeah, I got it. Raps. I got all that. Fuck it. Fuck it. No, I don't really give a shit. That's my biggest thing. Is like, I want to be a pro MMA fighter at the end of all this. So but after that, a pro wrestler. So I got to be training for wrestling while I'm fighting. That's my thing. I don't really. Music is just something I'm good at. I just do it.
Damn, fuck yeah. How long you been making music for?
Since I was like 10. When I was 14, I dropped a little rap, went a little bit viral. So it was like, oh yeah, you got to rap. But I was like, I ain't gonna rap.
Oh yeah. All right, I got you. Ready?
All right.
No, I was playing.
Yeah. I was about to rip it. No, I'm just kidding. But shit. Y'all were breaking down fights and shit.
Yeah, man. We had a guest scheduled. He had some complications. We started talking a little bit about Buddy V's Fighters to Watch, My Fire 5. Matter of fact, I wanted to ask you, do you remember, because it was actually one of the Fire 5 matches that I brought up. It was Legion versus Sad Lee. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that? We were there that event. I want to say you fought Ivan, and then later that day we had that spar during that match.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything about the spar, and do you remember anything about
I do remember
Legion versus Sad Lee?
I remember the spar because it was one of the only times somebody was like, I'll spar you, and they sparred me. So we fucking went over there, and you were throwing that flicky ass fucking jab at me all day. It was hitting me all day. I was fucking dead tired. But yeah, we had a good spar. I wasn't paying attention to their fight at all, but I watched it on YouTube a lot. And Sadly's impressive, man. He's at a level. He was at a level where I think I'm out now. So wherever he's at now is probably levels ahead, minus whatever injury he had or whatever. But man's a beast. I don't know where his weight class is though. He'd be up, he'd be down, he'd be up, he'd be down.
Yeah, I think I think right now he fights the 155, that weight class, that 150, 155 area.
If I take Money Mel, if I take Money Mel and I win that fight, not only am I calling myself champ, Street Beast champ, I need my belt from the Diesel fight. I need my belt. I need E7 or whoever won that fight. I didn't even look at it yet to fucking see me.
Oh.
I mean, if I beat Money Mel, it's setting me off on a rampage. I need all my belts just lined up because we know who the people's champ is. They smell what I'm cooking.
I definitely want to see you and Diesel running back.
I like that.
I think I want to see that more than I want to see you and Battleborn. But I always wanted you and Battleborn to run back.
The only reason I'm at a point where I'm refusing Battleborn in boxing because I never want to see that man box again. His Muay Thai, his kickboxing is fucking great. I think it's the best decision of his as a friend. Like, you should be kickboxing.
Agreed.
Bro. You should be kickboxing, bro. Like, don't even risk a fucking loss in boxing. It just makes you look bad if you lose, and that's just for fun. Like, this, at the end of the day, go get the highlight, dog. You're out here smashing people. So I'm like, yeah, Battleborn's
So
a beast.
that said, would you kickbox or do a Muay Thai with him?
Yeah, that's where I'm at this point. I'm like, you guys want the rematch? I'm training kickboxing. I'm training Muay Thai, but he's gonna have to meet me in the middle where I could probably pick him up and slam him. He's gonna have to go MMA or something. You know what I mean? I'll do kickboxing with him to where he can't elbow. You know, just so it can restrict him a little bit more. But I won't Muay Thai him. Muay Thai, he can get me. He can get me.
Yeah, Muay Thai.
That would be a fun fight, bro.
And when I talk about these fights and everything, like, people always say like my confidence and everything, but it's really like I know where my level's at, and I know that I'm a scrapper, and I know even if I'm getting fucked up, I'm not gonna get fucked up. I'm the style bender of Street Beats West Coast. Let's talk about it. I'm fucking the guy that's gonna switch styles 5 times, except for E7. Before E7, it was Prince KT, and we're out here switching styles. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be one of them fights where I'm switching. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to learn how to do, is a bunch of styles. So people are, when I post these videos and stuff, they're like, throw more Muay Thai light kicks, throw your hip into it. I'm taking all pieces of advice, and I'm like, I can put it all together and be KT food. You know what I mean? You know,
Nice.
I'm out here.
Straight up.
See, I feel like with my fights, I try to set up each fight up different. So it's like you would look at them, it's like one fight, I'd bum rush a lot more. One fight, I'd do a lot more kicks. One fight, I'm trying to just do a lot more striking. One fight on this. So I'm like, I thought like you could see like what I focus on more per each fight. It's kind of cool.
At the end of the day, it's JKD. It's either forward or I'm going backwards one day though. It's a pick. If I want to move forward, it's offensive JKD. If I'm moving backwards, it's a lot of footwork, it's a lot of movement, it's a lot of stick and go. If I'm moving forward, it's a lot of back, which I tried to do in the Diesel fight, and you saw like I got like the 1, 2, 3, and then he threw the overhand, and I was having like move out. So now I know how to fucking throw it to where I can counter back and stuff. So
that overhand from Diesel.
An overhand from Diesel, and his arms are deceivingly like, it's like he's doing the whoa, like they're deceivingly short and over, so they just, you know what I mean, and they just disappear for a second until they smack you in the face, and it's great. It's a great feeling.
He's the perfect height for that attack.
And
yeah,
Diesel in MMA gloves would be a fucking monster. I think the way we saw him fight darkness and stuff, if he put his boxing into it now, though, monster.
Right. I did like that fight. That was a cool fight to watch.
It was.
That's
Old
another
school
thing that just hit my mind. There's not a lot of MMA competitors at 145. Maybe I drop down weight and see who's at 135. I know it's a lot of submission guys, but I'll kick them right in their fucking chest. I don't give a shit. I'll kick them right in their shit. It's just gonna be.
See, so do you cut for your fights, or like do you fight around what you walk around at for the most part?
No, I walk around at 145, so I just pretty much go and fight. I've never had to cut really, except for like if I'm being fat, which is not usually, because I grew up. My mom's a weight loss nutritionist. I've done this my whole life. It's just how I eat, pretty much. I don't know much better, so it's nothing much for me to be 145, but I could be 135 like that, easy, nice and stocky.
See, I fight at 155. I walk around 155, 160, but I want to drop to 145. But it's just, obviously I don't always eat the best. So.
Right. I got the same bucket up here. It's the same color and all. No, I could do it. I mean, Ant does it on the regular. I don't know if y'all seen his weight drops. And if you guys ever talking to me, you're talking about Ant's protege. Like, if Ant was Cobra Kai, I'm coming from Cobra Kai. You know, Ant is my sensei. Ant, anything Ant can do, I could do because he'll show me how to do, and he'll show me how to do it the full way. We got each other like that. And he all my success in Street Beast, all my success anywhere is from him because he taught me how to breathe. He taught me JK, just all the way around. He's taught me just the way of fighting, the way of thinking about fighting. Like before, I was the type of nigga that was like, okay, I'm just gonna fight. I'm gonna see red and be no.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
No.
Hey, shout out to Ant, man. I've worked with Ant a few times. He's a great dude, and he knows his shit. And we need Ant back on the West Coast, man. You know,
way of explaining it is in the Dyro fight, right? If you've watched the Dyro fight to my second fight to Battleborn fight, Dyro fight was I had worked with Ant one time, and I mean, like, it was like we had sparred because I had told him I needed a sparring partner. Like, we didn't even really work together. The Dyro fight was literally me fighting just how I knew how to fight from growing up. Then you go to me fighting, what's his name, Jalopy Bungus, which he was 170, and I was chasing him around the ring, tagging him up. Then we got the Battleborn fight. Everybody thought I was going to get smoked in the Battleborn fight. And I knew where I was at because Ant knew where I was at. And it was a fucking – even Battleborn said after the fight, the angle I set on him, he didn't expect for me to be cutting angles and cutting off his attacks like that to where he had to switch and actually use some – he was falling into Muay Thai stances and stuff. So it was good for the Battleborn fight. And then Diesel fight, everybody was talking about the combinations I had. So this next fight, what do you guys think I'm going to look like? I'm going to be complete. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be fully here. I know it.
I think we're talking about your speed, man.
Yeah, I know it.
Hey, truth be told, you edged it out on that Battleborn fight. You know what I'm saying?
I've watched it a couple times. I've got all my fights, bro. I literally have, what am I?
You know, and that's coming from
5-1, 4-1, 5-1, 4-1, all draws. All draws, bro. Any win I have, it's because I get points. I don't get a lot of damage. But I do at the same time. If you look at them after the fight, they're damaged. But if you're looking at me punching them, it doesn't look like they're getting because it's like little quick. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like Battleborn fight is one that I really felt robbed going home, but I felt proud of myself in the first place because I felt like that was an away fight. Like nobody thought I was gonna win. I talked the most shit. That's how I got myself fucking noticed. I was just like, okay, fuck everything, fuck it. So I don't really care about the Battleborn fight. But I think Battleborn knows I etched that one out too. I think he hasn't debated it.
He came in cold, man. I'm not sure why, you know what I'm saying, but he definitely he was cold in that fight.
Nobody
and
expected that from me. Nobody expected me to make the adjustment.
You were calculated. You were very calculated, and you handled your shit.
Yeah, and that was again all credit to Ant. Just the low stance and just everything, like everything, every setup. Anyway, I learned how to dodge for that fight. And then Diesel gave me way too much fucking time. Diesel gave me way too much time. I was on his ass to fight him, but it was just like, fuck, we got time on time on time. So I learned a lot. Now all these guys are learning while we're learning. Like I say, I'm talking my shit, but they're great fighters at the same time. Fucking yeah. So I'm just excited, bro. I'm becoming a full-on fighter to where the point where I'm starting to be able to teach other people stuff. So it's good. It's good. I'm ready for Money Mel, but at the same time, I don't want to give too much away because I don't think he knows. I think they think that I'm still gonna make the same mistakes, and it's not gonna happen after round after round after round with Ant. It's not gonna happen. I'm mentally engaged at this point.
Oh yeah. And if anyone's listening, you didn't hear nothing.
Right. Like I'm so locked in. My fights have been on replay, and it's because Money Mel's a beast, bro. Money Mel's somebody you got to take serious, and I'm somebody you
Absolutely,
got to
bro.
take
Who we
serious.
play, who we fight. I mean,
That's the thing, though. I'm somebody you got to take serious, and I say it after every fight. Nobody's taking me serious yet, and it pisses me off. It's my one driving factor in fighting. Like nobody takes me real. They see me, they see my colorful hair. They're like, "Oh shit, this guy. What the fuck's he about to do?" Okay, cool.
Hey,
Okay.
but look, you got to look at the facts, right? Money Mel, when you look at Money Mel compared to everybody in every other branch, he's the top of his class, right?
Top dog.
Money Mel himself said he wanted Prince KT.
Yeah, I
That's
think
everything in itself.
and Money
That
Mel,
says
like I said,
everything in itself.
all respect to him, but I
You
just
know,
I hope he
someone who's
doesn't
top
think
of
he's
their
making
class,
a
they're
clean.
not going to go out of their way to call out someone who's a bum. Period.
Right.
Money
And
Mel wants the best.
I'm not gonna fucking. It's no like Money Mel's one of my favorite fighters in Street Beats, but as soon as those cage doors lock, it's like no fans, no anything. We're gonna be two guys scrapping. And I think he sees the street in me, like he sees the dog, and I see the dog in him. And when you
Yeah.
put two dogs in the cage, it's like fucking fireworks. So I can't wait to sell that fight, to like literally have it on Heart in the fight, the interviews, all that, because it's gonna be a different fight for me. I'm usually talking shit to everybody, but I have respect for this man. It's just gonna be literally. I have to wait until we get in the ring to see what happens. But he's coming to my house. That's my house. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm a hot boxer. He's coming to the hot box. I got more on the line here. In my eyes.
Hey, quick question. When you went to the East Coast for the invasion and you had your fight over there, was Money Mel present at your fight?
Yeah, and there was talks of Money Mel versus Diesel. I had told people I'll box Money Mel just because, like, shit was like mixing up and they were trying to find a matchup. And they were like, "No, you're fighting this guy." Me, I was like, "Who the fuck is Not no disrespect to that boss, but I was like, "Who the fuck is
Right.
this guy? I'm gonna fucking box him. Fuck it." I was like, "Cool, I get a win in the East Coast. Cool," because I knew I was like, I don't know who this guy is. I've never heard of him. I'm gonna win.
so who'd you box or who'd you fight over there?
Dat boss, which that's Brick's cousin, which I was so confused. I was like, he should be fighting on our side, like whatever. But yeah, so I boxed him, but I watched Money Mel box Little Cray Cray. That was like, oh shit, good thing I didn't box Money Mel yet. Fucking, yeah, there was Little Mac out there. I mean, Zaytoven and me would have been a great matchup.
I like him too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I thought I was that's why I say I get undervalued. I'm the people's champ. Not the people's champ like the people's champ that they call the belt. I'm the people's champ.
Yeah, I'm gonna come to everybody.
You hear Prince KT's fighting, Prince KT. Oh, Prince KT. Oh, this Prince KT made a post. He's talking shit to somebody. Oh, this is gonna be funny. Oh, I'm here. I'm for the people. I'm for the people.
Absolutely.
Now,
Absolutely.
I know it's getting a little later on the show. Do you have any shout outs that you maybe want to give to everybody and where we can find you?
Oh yeah. Shout out the Smoke Podcast. I usually have my poster, but I be obviously at the Smoke Podcast on Facebook and YouTube. Free Smoke, Island Strong, me, and we got Parks the Amenity on there. We be breaking down all sorts of shit. All sorts of what is it? Media, life stuff. Kanye goes crazy, we talking about it. Him goes crazy, we talking about it. You know what I mean? Somebody drops a song, we talking about it. Just everything. We talk about anything. We're like your Reddit. You know what I mean? But it's for smokers. So you can sit back, smoke a blunt with us and everything. Shout out my YouTube page where I'm going to be dropping vlogs of my training for this Money Mel fight. Also, hoping to take an MMA fight. I heard they're not doing anything till January. It's a little close to March, but fuck it. I'm going to hope to take a January MMA fight. So that'll be I'm going to hope to take a January MMA fight, and I'm going to be vlogging for that as well. And yeah, so we'll be good. We'll be good. Everybody, follow me. KT Kingdom, The Smoke. Yeah, Battle Boy. January. MMA. I saw your post. Call out featherweights. Like this isn't my division. MMA. January. Okay. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I like it. I like it.
I like that. I like that.
I mean, I could
And
get
you-
it going.
And do you have your music on your YouTube too?
Oh yeah, KT Music. It's all over the place, bro. I'm sorry. I got so much shit going on. KT Music, Street Beats Prince KT on TikTok to see all sorts of shit, wrestling, all training, all of it. Yeah, man, I'm all over the place. I'm gonna have to hit you guys with the link and let you guys put it in the description.
Hey, let me tell the people real quick. This man is very talented, you know, in all aspects, but definitely check out this man's music. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get to know this guy,
I definitely have it
through the music.
Plug this more. Like I said, I don't even be paying attention to my music. I need to get back on my shit how I was, but I'm dropping a rock album because late my music has been sounding rockish. It's not really rock. It's like a Juice WRLD-ish, MGK-ish type shit. So I'm dropping that, and I'm just dropping it rough and how it is right now because I'm tired of making songs for it because they just keep coming out. I want to get back to rapping because nobody's rapping nowadays. So I'm dropping this rock album. It should be coming out this weekend. Plain Days. I'd already dropped a single off the rock album on SoundCloud called Scream by Kenny Twitch. Go check it out. It is catchy. I've been singing it all day. Yeah.
Shit, hell yeah. Well, I don't want to keep you no much longer, man. So I appreciate all your time.
Oh, no problem. No problem at all. What I do.
You came through and on the cool, you saved the show.
Oh, no problem. No problem. I've been waiting to get on here, man. This is a great program you guys got going on, and I love the grind. I love the grind. You guys are here every week doing what you do. So it's great. It's great. Audible. MMA.
Great, recognized, great.
Samke, that's your boy. I'm looking at you, Samke.
I see you.
MMA. January.
We gonna pass along the message for sure, for sure.
I'm gonna heel hook him.
Ooh, let's see it. I can't wait. All right.
Yes, sir. That's a fire fight.
Nah, I can't wait for that. Sheesh. So you got a quick. Oh wait, do we need to do a commercial break real quick, Jay? Before we head up?
On the cool, I think so.
All right.
What's good? It's your homie, Freezes Christ. Y'all know the deal. Make sure y'all head on over to overtimehustling.com where you can catch all the latest merch, all the newest mags, all the media, everything, know what I mean? And you can also find me on Winging It with the homies Keith G, King Dale, and Payne Gusto. And you can catch me on Turf Tales with the homie SK. And if you got nothing to do on Sundays, even if you do got something to do, make sure you tap in the Overtime Reactions hosted by the homie Cuzzo. And I cannot forget the homie Jay over there at the Yankee and the Brit channel. So make sure y'all go over there and check them out. And hey, check me out, your boy Freezes, on that Real Talk with Jay. It was a hell of an interview, yo. Gotta do it again. I keep saying it because I mean it. We gotta do it again. I had a great motherfucking time. But anyway, you know who it is. Freezes H, OTH, Yankee and the Brit, Winging It, Turf Tales, Overtime Reactions, Chronicles Podcast. You know the drill, Cush's Corner. It's a motherfucking movement. So move with it or move out the motherfucking way. Simple and plain.
Overtime hustling, we hustling overtime.
Yeah. All right. So, that being said, any shout outs you want to give, Somke?
Yes, sir. Let me go ahead and give a shout out to Street Beefs West Coast, Street Beefs Scrapyard, Street Beefs Dirty South. Last but not least, Street Beefs OG Yard. We do this thanks to y'all. I want to give a shout out to our guest, Prince KT. Like I said, coming through tonight and saving the night. You know, he did his thing. We appreciate you, bro. audience, please go look up this man. Check his content out, and check his fights out for sure. That's Prince KT. I also want to say thank you to the people in the live chat, the people in the audience, the viewers who support us. We do this for y'all. Thank y'all. Hit the like, hit the subscription, and follow us for more content. Thank you to the greatest producer. Thank you to the greatest co-host. And that'll be it for me. I don't really do the social media. You got me. You don't. Well, you can see me on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. MMA Underground on this channel here.
Hell yeah. So we got Zwell_Buddy for my Instagram. You want to go see all the super fun stuff that's going on, especially with everything coming out here soon. And the website, Zwell-World. Like I said, for your Yankee and Brit merchandise, for all your Zwell merchandise, a couple other featured fighters. If you want to see a couple on there, you never know what's going to be new. You never know what's going to be dropped. And, I always have some fun. I know last time you saw that this skull over here was just a plain skull. Now we got a mustache, a little soul patch, so always working on something. And shout out to Overtime Hustle Magazine, Heart in the Fight, Yankee and the Brit, all the branches. Shout out to Somke, always a fun time. And just everyone that watches it, because without you guys wouldn't even be here. I'd probably be just training or just doing some other stuff, realistic smoking, training, smoking.
Pretty much.
So thank you all very much. Like I said, it's a bit of an unorthodox show. Prince KT came in. It was awesome. We had a great time. Thank you all. And in the words of Jay, one world, one love, deuces.